Okay, so now we're up the tempo a little bit, I think. So basically, as you see us standing here now, I am the second last of our family. Reggie, then Tessie, then Des, myself and Gaynor. And as a sister stuck in between Des and Gaynor, I was able to play with dolls in the chicken coop with Gaynor, and I was able to go out with Desdemona. So we were there the same night at that dance that Desdemona set eyes on Kevin. And every weekend there was something going on. So that's where they hooked up, which was good. I think I was in a slump with Glenn at that time. Okay, so Desdemona was very popular. I just want to tell you guys, hands down, Des was the most popular girl in the whole of Wynberg. Everybody wanted to know her, and all those kids that came to the school next door, as Reggie was telling you, they all knew her name. Her name was always being told, my name is Desdemona Esmeralda. But the three things, I keep it short, that I can remember about Des. Number one, we were bed partners. So in our bedroom, there was 2 3/4 beds. Tessie and Gaynor were bed partners, and Desdemona and I were bed partners. But we used to spend most of the night reading under the blankets with a torch. We loved reading. And my father actually didn't really mind, because he said, as long as you, I don't care if you read Mills and Boon books, which we read by the bags full, just as long as the English is good, and then I don't mind. And we also had lots of cats. I was telling Gaynor about the cats, and then Gaynor said it's not relevant here, but we had all over breathing at our house. My father was always cross with us. Cats having babies in our cupboards, and so we just loved it. But then again, there's something about Desdemona. She's very industrious as a parent, but very lazy as a child. We'd be working in the garden with Dad, taking winter grass out of the lawn with a proper fork. We didn't have the implement, so a proper fork from the kitchen. And then Desdemona, after about a half an hour, Desdemona said, I need to go to the toilet. Do you know that we never ever set eyes on Desdemona ever again for the whole day? So she'd be back in the house reading books. She was also talking about school, and Reggie mentioned that the girls went to a separate school as him, and she was the top student of that grade for that year. So her name, Desdemona Simpson, is on the wall in the foyer of South Peninsula High School in Deep River. So she's a top student, and she was also in that year, maybe the year before, they had started doing a news magazine for the school called Speak Up, and Desdemona was its first editor. So she was really, really popular. And the only thing that I can think of is just how popular she was, and she'd be so sadly missed. We had a lot of fun as kids at home, so even though people talked about apartheid and all that, we had a good time, good education, very popular, but Kevin dampened that down a bit, didn't you, Kevin? But yeah, no, she sadly missed, and the chain is broken. But when Des passed, she passed so quickly and so easily that I swear that my mum and my dad and my brother-in-law, Leonard, were there to meet her there, and of course Mr. Albert came. And all the people who loved her were waiting for her, and she just went so quickly and so smoothly. So I was very privileged to spend that time with my sister, with our sister. Thank you.
Hi everybody. I didn't find out till yesterday that I needed to say something today. I didn't think, given the emotions of the last 2 weeks especially, but even the fact that the last of the brood, Des was 7 years older than me, and so when I was at primary school, Des was at high school. When I got to high school, she was at university already. As Astrid just mentioned, she was a top student. All I remember definitely from Desdemona is she was burning the midnight oil. She'd be ensuring that she studied, assignments were done, and she excelled. She went to university, and through that time, she then met Kevin, and Kevin said, I'm returning back to Australia, asked my dad to get engaged, and Dad said, well, she can go overseas, but you know, she has to finish her education, university degree, which she did. But just thinking about those younger years, there was a popular magazine called Junkie, which came out every 2 to 3 weeks, a UK magazine.
And people didn't want to even pay for that. It was
That's what I was going to say. So it was only 16 cents, and each sister had to contribute 4 cents. And sometimes I was in arrears, but Desdemona made sure she would come and get the 4 cents of that current edition, and then get the 4 cents that was, you know, owing from back then. But having said that, that was Mary Quant era, the late 60s, 70s, and was all these bright colours. And looking at the flowers today and all the colours that she loved, it's really testament to the colourful personality she was, and was probably will be up there as well. And yeah, that's just the colourful life my sister led. And thank you, Kevin, for bringing her to Australia, because we all followed suit and, you know, set up roots for our kids here in the country. Lovely days.